Hello everyone, it's Financetti, and today we're going to talk about Mastercard and BNY Mellon joining the Bitcoin race. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to make this a quick one, and as we can see here, Bitcoin surges 7% to a record high amid adoption from Mastercard and BNY Mellon. Now, this one you know, this one you might not know. BNY Mellon is actually, I believe, the oldest bank in the United States of America, and Mastercard is one of the biggest card providers, right? So if we go down here, we see that Mastercard announced that it will allow merchants to accept cryptocurrencies on its network starting later this year, 2021, while Bank of New York Mellon said it will issue, hold, and transfer Bitcoin for clients in the future. So these are two big things. First of all, one of the biggest banks in the US is going to start to handle Bitcoin as if it was, for example, US dollars. And Mastercard is going to allow merchants to accept payment in cryptocurrencies. Now, that might not sound like such a big deal until you realize that Mastercard has 30 million merchants. So to whoever said, when was the last time you went to a store and you could pay in Bitcoin? Well, that's probably about to change, since now 30 million places just like that are going to be able to accept cryptocurrency payments, depending on which ones Mastercard chooses. But I would assume that Bitcoin is going to be on that list. 30 million. So let's just go into the history of what's been happening so that I can give you a better idea of the network effects that we're starting to see in cryptocurrency. So it all started with Square back in October 8th when they bought about almost 5,000 Bitcoins for $50 million, $200 million now. And Square is basically a financial company in the US that works as if like a Revolut in Europe. PayPal then decided that they were going to enable crypto payments as well, just like the Bank of New York Mellon is going to do. So on PayPal, you can already pay for things in crypto. You can already handle payment stuff in cryptocurrency. Then MicroStrategy from Michael Saylor decided to buy what is now worth $3.4 billion US of Bitcoin. That was the first massive purchase of Bitcoin done by an institutional investor. Now, the current bull run that we're seeing all the way up to 47,000-ish US dollars is pumped by Tesla, who announced a couple of days ago that they bought 1.5 billion US dollars, and equally as importantly, that they plan to begin to accept Bitcoin payments for their cars and for stuff you buy from Tesla. That's equally important, right? That's, again, another, I don't know how many customers Tesla has. I think they sell something like a couple 100,000 cars a year. So that's another couple 100,000 customers for cryptocurrencies, right? So we got bank comes in. I don't know, they must have millions of customers, right? On the order of magnitude of, let's say, 50 million customers. Mastercard comes in, 30 million merchants. That means that not customers, but how many customers does each merchant serve? Well, now we're talking on the order of magnitude of probably easily hundreds of millions, if not very low billions, right? That you see how this is starting to accelerate exponentially, right? Tesla, couple 100,000 customers. Bank of New York Mellon, couple tens of millions of customers. Mastercard now bringing on the order of magnitude of 100 of millions of customers. And now, as well, I thought I would throw that in, Twitter is as well considering the possibility of enabling payment to employees and vendors in Bitcoin, right? Because you don't actually buy anything on Twitter, but they're thinking about it. So let me turn the camera back around. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how quickly the pace of Bitcoin adoption is accelerating. We started on October 8th, where Square, who has a pretty small amount of customers, probably a couple tens of millions of customers, comes in and they say, hey, we're going to start supporting it. Then comes PayPal, again, with a couple 100 million customers, give or take. MicroStrategy and Tesla come in, and both are the two biggest whales who have come in and said, as a company, we're purchasing Bitcoin because of its balance sheet advantages. And now we have a major US bank. So before we had Square and PayPal, who are relatively smaller banks, And now we have a real bank, like a well-established, the oldest bank in the US, coming in and saying, we're going to enable it for our customers. Now we're talking tens and tens of millions of customers coming on again. Mastercard enabling it for their 30 million merchants later this year. We're talking now hundreds of millions of customers being added. Guys, the rate of adoption is accelerating, and I personally don't think that the market has completely priced everything in yet. So today, we're just going to make a quick video. I don't want to keep you guys for long. We're going to skip the technical analysis because it's a bit all over the place. Basically, we don't see currently that the price should drop anytime soon, but it might. This is also news driven, that as soon as the news pump kind of loses steam, there's going to be a pretty significant correction. But the current short-term bullish price target is $54,000, and there's a couple of technical signs that are pointing to that. So if the bullish run were to continue, that would probably be the target that we can expect. But like I just said, at any moment, once the news runs out of steam, unless we keep seeing and hearing about companies that are buying Bitcoin, but most likely they're going to want to keep that secret for a little while, so that they can actually accumulate at decent prices. Well, until then, we're probably just going to see a small correction. They're all going to start announcing, and that's going to start, again, another massive pump. So, hope you guys learned something new. As I said, the point of this video was to point out the increasing rate of adoption of Bitcoin. And take care, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye. Peace. I still need to work on the outro. If you have any suggestions, let me know, but it'll probably come naturally after enough videos. We'll figure something out. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if I've earned it. Hope you got smarter. See you in the next one. Have a good weekend.